When you tune in to HCC's internet radio station, The Dragon, you won't be able to miss the station's new sound or the familiar voice of its new program director.
I have about 30 years of experience in commercial radio. The last 18 years I was host at Mix 106.5 in Baltimore as JoJo Girard. I was the leader of two shows, JoJo and Kenny for 12 years and then JoJo and Reagan for the last 6. And I did morning radio in 4 different markets in the United States and 1 in Mexico.
As program director, Sheltraw's first order of business was to focus the station's playlist.
They were playing in an adult alternative format, but there was no structure to it. Not that the music was bad, it just wasn't structured. And so what I did is I divided it up into categories, current and oldies, and that will rotate at a fairly even rate. So the biggest change I did was categorize the music and make it more current, playing a lot more modern hits.
Although his background is in music radio, Sheltraw has continued some of the station's talk programming.
There were 2 shows on the air that were different from the music format. There was A Look Ahead, which was a look at the various events going on around campus that ran daily. And then one of the employees here at HCC did a jazz / talk program, which was half music, half talk. So what I did is I retained those 2 shows. And then there was also a sports talk show pertaining specifically to Howard Community College sports. And I thought that was well done and it was self-sufficient. They took care of it themselves, so that was retained.
In redeveloping HCC Radio, one of Sheltraw's biggest goals is to increase student involvement. Working with him to achieve this is Assistant Radio Program Director and HCC alum Cris Oviedo. As a graduate of the television and radio program, she knows the importance of hands-on experience for the students.
I started as a student, then I got a job here, and that has helped me gain confidence, and move forward with my career. So I invited students to do the same thing. I invite them to take advantage of that we have this wonderful person here working with us now. Howard brings a lot of experience. He teaches them, he lets them go in and do their thing, and then they bring something out to him. And he will tell them, he's like, this works, and this we can work on making it better so that it actually can air. So I've seen a few students come in with projects, and after a few weeks, they've been on the air. That's really exciting. That's really great for students to have that opportunity to just be on air and have that on your resume. I think it's great.
Oviedo is also responsible for adding Spanish language programming to the station.
Te saluda tu amiga Cris Oviedo y te agradezco por acompañarme.
Cris is from Ecuador originally, and she, when I got here, said, I would like to do a Latin show. And I said, go for it. She's really passionate about that music. I think it's an emerging format in professional radio. I mean, every city now has a Spanish language and Latin music focused show or station. So I thought that was a good idea. And then I think also, too, it gives voice to that side of the HCC community.
Taking into account HCC's diverse student population, Sheltraw and Oviedo developed programming that enables any HCC student to get involved with the station.
You have students of all ages, of all backgrounds, and they also are working. A lot of them are part-time or putting themselves through school that way. So their time availability is limited. And so what me and Cris did is that we came up with ways they could be involved for as little as 10 minutes a week. And so we put together a little newscast which highlights things going on around campus that day that they could come in and record after class and only take up 5 minutes of their time.
Sheltraw has enjoyed working with the students.
I think the experience for me, I didn't know what to expect coming in, and I think it's been more rewarding than I thought. There's Adam, who came in here with a nugget of an idea and then worked at it and kept developing it, and seeing that development in him was rewarding.
The future of HCC radio looks bright under Sheltraw's direction.
I'd like to to get people out in the field and do more field recording, go to events and interview people out on location. The more students involved, the better. And also, I think there's a gap. There's an idea that I have, which is kind of large scale, is that Howard County doesn't have really a media voice. It's kind of stuck between Washington and Baltimore. And I mean, if we could start putting together shows for the community at large, that would be kind of good too.
You can listen to HCC Radio The Dragon by visiting howardcc.edu/HCC Radio or by downloading the Live 365 app to your smartphone. If you'd like to find out more about the station, contact Howard Sheltraw at hsheltraw@howardcc.edu or call 443-518-3029.